So basically, okay, so when you have an app, a web app, when you're connecting, you need a place to store your data and you're connecting to a database, you're gonna have like a bunch of passwords. Or when you hook up to an API to pull data, you're gonna have like a secret key, like a login and password type deal. Those passwords you don't really wanna store just like in your code. So this is a pretty good solution. At my last job, we used this for all the API keys and database passwords and stuff like that. It's called AWS, it's Secrets Manager. And feel free, if any of you guys like know about this, to like pipe in, because this is, I just kind of like learned. I used it, but I never actually hooked it up at my last job. So pretty much it helps you protect secrets needed to access application services, IT resources. And the service AWS lets you rotate these keys. You can manage them. You could retrieve database credentials, API keys, and other secrets. Like I said, you don't really want to put that in your code because people can grab all your data. The pricing, it's fairly inexpensive, and they encrypt everything by default. It's included. Okay, an overview on how to set this up. You'd have to log into AWS, go to this section in the Secrets Manager console. Looks like that. And like to connect to a database or to store your credentials for your database, you would click on this RDS. Ooh, let me go back. And add your username, password. And this would be encrypted by default. And then you have to give that secret a name and a description so you could reference it. So, okay. This Boto 3 is a library. It's an AWS library that we could use code from it, basically. And we want to create a JSON structure so we could retrieve this data. So we're going to create a thing called a client, which kind of hooks things up using this argument. And we're going to call this get secret value method. Here, I can show you guys what that does. This get secret value. So these are the docs from that library. It retrieves the contents of an encrypted field, which is looks like pretty much what we'd need. So, okay. And then this is the name that we gave the secret. So when we convert that to JSON, the database, instead of putting like my database, Maddie, password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could actually like retrieve, you could store that in that AWS service and then retrieve it this way. So your code reads it that way. You could have, yeah, AWS can rotate these credentials automatically, which is kind of cool. It confirms that it's stored, if it's working. And you could also give your users, like if I work at a company with 3 people and I only want 2 of them to be able to do things with this, I could be pretty granular with the permissions. With these policies, they're called IAM, Identity and Access Management policies. So you can grant policies and permissions. And you could use this other thing in AWS called CloudTrail as an audit. So you could see like who did what, when, with the secrets. That's all. That's my lightning talk.